That stinks.
Hello Reed Squidders, this is Greg and it's Christmas! The time of year we drink eggnog and eat turkey and slay zeds and split them in two with an awesome fire axe. Well, maybe not, but we have a jolly good time. So this is Twisted Christmas Seasons Beatings. This is Tripwire's seasonal update to Killing Floor 2, and it's a good one. It's a real good one actually. Gary Busey is the star of the show this time. If you don't know who Gary Busey is, check it out on the internet, you've no excuse. He's been in films such as Predator 2, Point Break, and of course, Mr. Joshua in Lethal Weapon. Check it out, he's done loads of other stuff as well, but he's just an awesome dude. So, what have we got? Of course we've got the man himself, Badass Santa. So this guy's a premium DLC character, so it'll cost you around £8. Or your regional equivalent. Bear in mind he's a little bit expensive, but he's pretty damn awesome. He comes with a load of different varieties of skins and other bits and pieces. So if you feel like you need a little bit of boost in your life, cheering you on as you're playing, check him out. He's pretty cool. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Now, you can never have too much boost in your life, but if you're playing with a character and also playing on Santa's Workshop, because he voices the trader as well, which is pretty cool, we'll get onto that later, it can get a bit crazy. You'll see what I mean. Check it out. And as you can see, we've got some perk lovage. There's been a ton of tweaks to perks, but more notably there's Prestige level 3, which is kind of crazy. Think of all those hours that you've spent grinding. But yeah, you can do it all again now for the simple joy of grinding. You also get a new icon, perk icon, and also a load of vault dosh, so you can go crazy on those precious crates. What have we got next? Well, we've got a lot of cosmetics, and I've also noticed we've got a load of cosmetic bundles, which is new, which is very interesting. So you can potentially save money if you wanted to buy in bundles, so you get the actual cases or the USB drives, and also you get the keys as well. You get 20 of each, or 10 of each, depends what you want to buy. A true gambler's wet dream. It's not for me, unfortunately, but you know, I like the odd tickle now and again, but it's not guaranteed. I'd rather just spend my dosh on the market if I wanted something particular. But yeah, interesting they've added that. All that neon shite. Not for me, unfortunately. Nice to have the option, I suppose. Right, what have we got next? Well, on the subject of the Z economy, what you're seeing here, they've added a no duplicate system, so which is pretty damn interesting. So I'm just going to read from the actual changelog. So from this patch onward, the system records items granted from a crate, USB or ticket. Interesting. While the same rarity drop percentage apply, it will be guaranteed to grant one of each cosmetic. And in brackets it says where variants included. So that means the state of the skin. Is it in pristine condition? Is it battle scarred? Is it field tested? Stuff like that. So it says until you have the full item set. Once you have obtained all the items from a crate, USB or ticket, it will clear the records of the item set and begin recording anew. Interesting. Interesting. It says this system does not factor in currently owned items obtained before the Christmas update. So items you had before the Christmas update launched, they don't count. So it goes on to say this system does not intentionally function for the Dosh Vault crates and materials. Okay. So I've also added the Cyber Samurai crate, a Neon Skin Mark IV USB, and also crate and key bundles, which we went through earlier on. The Dosh Vault has added more tier 3 weapon skins, that's good to know. Increased Dosh Vault capacity to 600 million. My god, that's a lot of Dosh. And to finish off the cosmetics, Hans's MKB-42 rifle is now available to all players. So if you missed out the first time during the Halloween update, now's your chance. Give it a whirl. It's interesting. It's different and interesting. So let's talk toys. What little toys have we got to play with in this Christmas update? Well, as you see, An old favourite from Killing Floor 1 is making its triumphant return, the M32 grenade launcher. This was always my favourite in Killing Floor 1, more notably because you could troll your players because it emitted that much smoke, but it was pretty damn cool, and it's cool in this game as well. It sounds amazing, it's got so much punch, so much destruction, the sights look awesome, a little bit low res in parts, but still pretty damn awesome. Some very nice animations, and it just feels amazing to use. As the old saying goes, once you pop, you can't stop. It's the perfect companion for my M16 M203 assault rifle. Oh, let the Gibbs fly. Next up to the hockey, we have some cross-perk love with the Commando and the SWAT. So this is the Thompson, a pure Tommy gun, delightful drum-loading mofo, bullet-spitting death machine. It's pretty damn cool. Big in the old face when you iron sight because it's such a big gun, but it makes up for that in raw power and just raw awesomeness. Like I say, it's got a single fire option. Whoever wants to single fire a bloody Tommy gun, whoever wants to do what, is just crazy in my eyes. Saving ammunition, what's all that about? I don't know. But anyway, it looks nice. I think it's from Rising Storm. It looks pretty similar, and yeah, like I say, it does sound a lot better than it did in the beta. I think it's had a bit of an audio upgrade. So it's up to the usual Tripwire standards in terms of animation. So yeah, it's a nice little upgrade for the Commando and the SWAT. Definitely worth checking out. And Killing Floor 1's Fire Axe makes a return, as voted by the community. This is a good little weapon for stunning zeds, and it's quite a powerful little melee weapon all around actually. It's probably a little bit more powerful than the katana, although slightly slower, but definitely more powerful. You can whip off a bloat's head with a couple of brutal blows, really satisfying to use. Again, well, it's a fire axe, there's not much else I can say really. I mean, in the right hands I suppose it could be devastating. Oh god,
I'm telling you,
beautiful. Look at it, all these blows just slicing through them like batter. And my favourite has to be, oh dear, it's just so delicious, has to be Krampus's axe, which is an unlockable, which is, might I say, a tad grindy? Have a look at this.
He's almost dead.
Yes! Wow, thank God I've got it. Yes! Jesus Christ, stuck in the wall.
This is no toy train set. It's the money train.
That was an ordeal.
Money presents.
No, I'm not one to shy away from a challenge, but I think Tripwire were on the eggnog when they decided to put all these requirements in for this epic weapon. It is an epic weapon, I must say, and I do feel a massive sense of accomplishment now I've actually got to use it. It is really epic, which I'll show you some action on it later on. But 2,500 Zeds killing, yeah, that's doable. It's been the same as before, but 25 bosses. You've got to kill 25 bosses. That is crazy. Crazy, crazy times. Well, I managed to do it, and a little tip for those who are struggling. What I did was most of the actual bosses that I needed to kill, I just put the game on solo. Short game, so that's 4 waves, and also difficulty normal, and it'll allow you just to blaze through 4 waves and a boss. You can probably do it in maybe 2 or 3 hours if you continue just to do it, to do it. That's how you'll get it done. I did it a few times with my friend just to have someone to talk to and just to play a little bit of cooperative. But yeah, very crazy requirements, but nevertheless, it's an awesome weapon. It reminds me of the Dwarf's Axe from Killing Floor 1, although a little less gravity on the hard attack. But yeah, it's quite a devastating weapon, and it's well worth the grind. It's just a very big grind. So, what do we have next? Well, we've got the maps to go through, so we've been playing through Santa's Workshop, which is just amazing. It's just so seasonal. It's full of jolly lights, spectacular lighting, candy canes, Christmas trees, baubles, snow, a little bit of an outside area. It opens up nicely. Obviously the game opens up more depending on how long you have the game set up for, and it's mostly well, it is literally an objective-based map. It's solely objective-based, so each wave you've got to do a certain objective. You can get to bits where it's repetitive, but again, it is based on how long you set the game for, and it's pretty cool. And this is where it gets crazy when you've got Gary in your ear and Gary on the speakers. Check this out.
It's going to look perfect. There's the zeds. Then the level will work. Don't be scared, Magic the King. Catch that. Now, yes. I'll take down.
It is pretty crazy, but a good crazy. We do like a bit of Gary in our game. So with previous maps, objective-based mode is fairly similar. A little bit more variety this time. We've got to weld certain panels to get power to Santa's workshop. There's the traditional hideout areas, which I'm sure everybody will be familiar with, and with a slightly bit of a Christmassy twist on it. You've got to press a lever, which is on a timer. You've got to hold out, protect it, press it until the lever's health is all the way to the top. So it's quite cool. You fill up the I think you fill up some sort of machine, which is quite interesting. It's all very Christmassy, all very in theme. Next, you're tasked with repairing and escorting Santa's sleigh around the map, which has got a bomb in the back, so you've got to deliver that to Krampus and say, "Screw you, buddy." The Zeds will attempt to destroy the sleigh. Every time it's destroyed, you've got to weld it back up and it'll carry on its merry way through the map. It's rather interesting. It's a nice little twist on things. And last but not least, more welding duties. You've got to repair the sleigh delivery doors. So there's 4 sets of doors that need to be repaired in good time, otherwise the Zeds will just continue to hound you. It's an interesting way of mixing things up. It's a good map. It's very memorable, very colourful, and again, it adds a bit of variety to the game. So what have we got next? Well, we've got a shopping spree, which is an interesting community map, and it's quite a looker as well. Who remembers Dawn of the Dead? Who remembers Dead Rising with the shopping mall? Well, this is giving me some seriously awesome vibes. It's an interesting design. You can go inside shops, as well as traverse maybe 2 or 3 flights of stairs just to keep some distance between you and the Zed scum. There's so much detail. The actual colour palette on the map is really vibrant as well. It's really cool. And of course, it's decked out with Christmas decorations everywhere, Christmas trees, lights. Very, very well done, and it's a pleasure to play. Yeah, there's a lot going on. A lot of detail. You can see outside, you can see the Eiffel Tower. You can actually see why this... Now, just by playing this map, you can see why it's actually earned its place in the map lineup. It just oozes quality. It's just really well made. It looks fantastic. It plays fantastic. It's definitely earned its place. And in keeper with Killing Floor 2's tradition of maps, we've got the achievements, the collectibles, and they're both compatible with Endless, Survival, and the weekly events. So there's enough there to keep you busy for a fair while. And what is the Killing Floor 2 Christmas event without the Zeds? Of course, they've all made it back. Here they are. Oh, steady on there, Mr. Krampus, this isn't your show. Anyway, we're almost done here. So what else is there to add to this video? Well, there's been a lot of quality of life improvements to the game, there's been a lot of bug fixes, lots of perk refinements. There's a massive changelog on the Tripwire forums if you want to go check it out there. I'll put the link in the video description. So what's left to say apart from Happy Christmas, and we wish you all the best, have a great time, eat well, be merry, game lots, and we'll see you in the new year. Can't wait, we've got some awesome stuff lined up. Perhaps a new giveaway, something special maybe, we'll see. Anyway, thank you guys and gals, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. A comment is always appreciated, a subscription is even more appreciated, and just general feedback would be amazing. Check you out soon, have a good one, bye.